What do you think is the biggest issue of 2020? Sadly, COVID-19 will be the first one to come to you and me. So, what's some words that come mind related to COVID-19? Social distancing, pandemics, isolation, or shutdown? Those are all great, but there's one important one missing. That's right, it is a mask. The mask is now necessary for us. We wear it when we go to school, when we go to work, when we go to shopping, even when we play musical instruments and exercise. But do you remember the first time you wore a mask? It's so uncomfortable. It's so stuffy and it's hard to breathe. But look at us now. We pack a mask every time without any problem. We also put an extra one in anywhere. So, do you know how many masks are used as necessary in 1 month around the entire planet? According to American Chemistry Society, there's 129 billion masks that get used in 1 month. That basically means there's 17 masks used in one person by an entire month. It's an amazing data. To young babies, to people who don't have access to other people. By the way, do you know how masks get decomposed? Well, you're good at throwing them into trash can, of course. I'm pretty sure that you're good at throwing them into trash can. But in the recent news or social media, you might have seen what happened to the masks that weren't discarded properly. They were drenched in water, buried in sand, hanging from branches, those stuff. I'm also worried about the infection of corona due to the discarded mask, but there's a bigger problem than that. First, the main ingredient of a mask is polygraphic plastic, which is used to make a bottled lid. So did you know that masks, when we dispose of them, turns into fine dust and microplastic that doesn't decompose for 500 years or more? And if they flow into the ocean, they break down into microplastic that's less than 5 millimeters. Masks that are already becoming microplastic are getting found in oceans of Hong Kong and France. It's already happening. Another thing that we need to know is that animals suffering from abandoned masks. In July, the National Association for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals showed a picture of a seagull with its legs tied to discarded mask straps. The area tied to the mask straps were severely swollen, and the seagull couldn't fly and were just lying on the floor. In addition, autopsy of a penguin found dead in the beach of Zucay, Brazil, in September showed an adult mask in its belly. Experts say that the hungry penguin died swallowing a mask. And the picture of Peregrine falcon taken by wildlife photographer Steve Cipolli off the coast of Yorkshire, England, that had a Peregrine falcon flying with masks, mistaking them for food. In addition, disposable masks are easily found in the ocean. So, what do we do now? Should we not wear disposable masks that create environmental pollution and makes animals tired? Should we only use cloth masks? But you can't fire out fears because there might be a fire in your backyard. You don't eat Tylenol because it just has side effects. That's right. No principle can be perfect for everyone. We're always in that situation. We have to find the best way to solve it responsibly accordingly. If there's a problem, there would be a solution. Just as in a campfire, you follow safety rules and make sure the fire isn't too big. Just as when you're eating Tylenol, you check the doses of the medicine, how much you eat. That's right, the mask must be also discarded correctly. So, how do you throw it correctly or properly? That is, first, throw them into trash can. That's too easy, right? That's right. That's how we can all do it. It's not hard, and you don't have to work hard. To the mountains, to the seas, to the oceans, so that the discarded mask can't go anywhere. So that our animals won't suffer them by mistaking them for food. Cut the mask earrings, fold them well, and throw them away as a waste. The second is to be interested. As the mask is made out of plastic, fine dust, and microplastic when its release is discarded, I say that it releases things. This is probably an unalterable chemical principle, but a decomposition incineration for high temperature decomposition can reduce the occurrence of toxic gases. Of course, you can't do this by yourself, but at least the raw material against the mask. Just having a little interest in how we perceive them and how they are disposed of, I think can change the process sufficiently. Living in 2020, we have changed our life due to Corona. But we're adapting and overcoming all the changes. So we shouldn't think that we can just live our daily life, that we can just live a good life. We have to live a responsible life. For the animal that we share this world with, and for the descendants that we borrow from this world. I'd like to tell you today that we have to feel responsible for something that you might think that is not a big deal, but that is a big deal. So I'd like to conclude this speech with the hope for everyone to be responsible, and it's important to discard the mask correctly, as it's important to wear the mask. Thank you for listening to my speech. Thank you.